Okay, there it's going.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Yeah.
Got Mario in here.
Yahoo.
Yahoo. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Beehive Biker Podcast, episode 8.
Don't mind me over here. I'm just looking up motorcycles.
Hey, I mean, that's what we're talking about today. Motorcycles. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this is going to be a fun one. We're just rattling off.
Yep. We didn't have a topic, so here we go.
It's a holiday weekend. It's July. It's been crazy. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, how long has it been since I've actually been on here? I'm starting to feel like I'm not even a co-host.
Oh, our communication needs to be better. It's my bad. I'm the worst. I'm like, night before, like, hey, can you come? I'm like, dude, you gotta give me more time. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, sometimes it's like last second when I find somebody.
Yeah. It's all good. We get it worked out.
Yeah. But before we start, maybe we'll roll over a couple of the events on the calendar for Utah. Here we got, let's see, we got to go to August because this isn't going to be out before basically the end of the month.
Yeah.
84th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally already coming up.
My goodness.
You want to go?
I wish I could.
One of these days we got to get out there.
Yeah, I've wanted to go for the last 2 years, and it's just, I've had so many vacations that have pushed it off and pushed it off and pushed it off. But for all of you that are actually going, that is going to be awesome.
Yeah, be safe out there. Let's see.
10 hours.
10 hours. 10 hours of riding. That's doable. That's not, I mean, there's people that go a lot farther.
Oh, easily.
I'm just trying to think of a good stopping point, like midpoint. I don't know if I don't think I could do that in one day. Maybe 2 days.
661. Is that as the bird flies, or is that like?
I mean, that's on the highway.
So I was looking at man, I can't remember what their names are now.
2-lane life?
Yeah, 2-lane life.
Yeah.
2-lane life just rode 500 miles in one day.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of miles.
They've been doing this pretty cool trek across the states. So,
well, it looks like it kind of runs through Casper, Wyoming. So that's about, I don't know, a little over halfway on the way. Have you seen their new bikes?
Oh yeah,
dude,
with the custom decals on them, they are sweet.
I think they're cool. I have mixed feelings about it because it is more of a decal, right?
Yeah,
it's not like a paint job.
Yeah,
so I think they look really cool. It's just not my style,
right?
But it's definitely like it's 2-lane life.
Yeah,
like
it's
that's
totally unique just to them,
right? So I think it's cool. Because, yeah, I was talking to Gary about it the other day. I saw him. I said, like, hey, did you see 2-Lane Life's new bikes?
Yeah.
I can't believe they came to Summit Harley Davidson
and
like
they're just right down
on
the road.
A whim.
Yeah.
Well, I was on Instagram just scrolling before Gary and I and our friend Mike went on a ride. And it just came up on my story, like Summit Harley Davidson on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here with 2-Lane Life in a half an hour. And that was 2 hours before... or 2 hours later after is when I saw it.
Yeah.
And then it was only a 2-hour event. I'm like, I'm not making it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
The same thing with me. I was like, man, I freaking missed them.
Well, I'm like, where was the heads up? Like, was it the 2-Lane Life crew just gave them little notice for Summit to give the heads up, or?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, I mean, they're usually closed on Sundays, so I would imagine that if it was like that, they'd have to call up half their staff and be like, hey, can you be there in 20 minutes?
No kidding. We have a special event. They're coming in.
Yeah.
Show up.
I don't know. I wish I could have gone, but it was way too late by the time I saw it. So
yeah.
I think if I had seen it like the day before, then we could have totally planned for it. But
for sure.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? But yeah, definitely want to make it out to Sturgis one year.
Yep.
Once we get our little crew.
Was that a week and a half?
Let's see.
Almost 2 weeks.
Friday, August 2nd to August 11th. Sunday, August 11th. And there's like all sorts of stuff on the neighboring cities too, as far as I understood it from watching different shows. And
yeah.
Saturday, August 3rd, the Teddy Bear Ride. So that's Saddleback Harley Davidson, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. That'd be a fun one to, let's see, Cache County Children's Justice Center. That's always a fun one. I remember being a kid, and I don't know if, maybe it's the same event or maybe it's, something similar, but we'd go like on Main Street in Logan, and it was almost like a parade, just watching hundreds and hundreds of motorcycles. Oh, yeah.
That's sweet.
They just put at least at that one, they would just put stuffed animals on the back of their bikes and ride them to hospitals all over the state.
Heck yeah.
So that'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
2024 annual ladies ride at Barbary Coast Saloon.
I've never heard of that.
Well, we're not lady riders.
That's true. For all you lady riders
we're
out
not
there.
invited, dude.
Yeah, all those ladies right out there. There's an event just for you.
This one's for Patty. Poker Run.
At
Richfield City. Bikers for Youth, 3rd annual scavenger hunt, Saturday, August 24th. 5th annual Screw Cancer ride and gathering, August 24th.
And 25th.
Oh, 2-day event. Yeah. Black Sheep Bar and Grill. And then Bell's Biker Bash and Barbary Coast Saloon. So that was the same place, right, as the other one?
I don't think so.
No?
Up one more. Oh,
no,
it was the same place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hosted at the same place.
Just different events.
Bellis Biker Bash and Barbary. Am I saying that right? Barbary?
That's would be my guess.
Forgive us.
It looks like it's 2 different events, though. So I believe the one before.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just a different
same
place.
type of event, different location.
Yeah.
Okay. And because this one's in Murray.
Yeah.
And then we got 2 more for August. Four Corners Motorcycle Rally. That's another one I really want to get to. We have a friend that's from Durango, Colorado, and he said it was a pretty cool thing to see. So, Bayless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be Thursday, August 29th through Monday, September 2nd. And then finally for this coming month, the 8th annual Devilstone Run, Friday, August 30th through
I like
Monday.
To picture how he's laying face down on the ground.
That might be a lady. I'm not sure, but it is funny. Anyway, sorry. Friday, August 30th through Monday, September 2nd. So anyways, if you have any interest in any of these events, there's more information, locations, times, if they have fees or whatnot, what you need to bring, etc. All available on the Law Tigers Event Hub. We'll leave the link in the description below. But yeah, so if you're looking to meet up with other riders and make some friends and support some good events. Oh no, that one, it's going to be by the time we...
Yeah.
Darn it. Hive Crew Stunt Show, Golden Spike Harley Davidson. But if you've been, following us, that's one that Garrett was talking about that they'd be having. So
yeah, we'll have to keep up on these guys because I want to personally go to one of their events.
Yeah, that's next Saturday. Is that what that is?
That's this Saturday.
Oh, I keep thinking it's the end of the week because it's the holiday.
That's this Saturday. That's in 3 days.
Okay, yeah. Yes, this Saturday. We'll see if I can make it. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, coolio. You said you were looking up some motorcycles. Why are you looking at motorcycles?
So I think today we were basically going to go off of we kind of have a little bit of a topic of what our dream motorcycle would be, or, the ride that we would love to have, or, just stuff like that. Just talking about motorcycles that we wish we could get. But,
I think
in my situation, I'm not getting very many.
Well, I think that I don't know if I have met a motorcyclist that. Okay, that's not true. I feel like a lot of motorcyclists, they get a bike and they upgrade it, and then they just have the itch to get another one.
Yeah.
Like sell that one off. Like, okay, I have it exactly how I want it. And I've gone through
Let's get
thousands
another
of
one.
dollars and all the effort to do that. Now I'm ready for my next bike.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then there's the people that like they get a bike. That's it. That's all they want. No changing.
Yeah.
I wish I had that issue. Like I wish that was me. I think my wife wishes that was me.
Yeah.
Ellie. But last time we had Zach on and Gary, we were all talking about how
We had a big old thing with calling our wives
using them by their names, and then
Jeremy got called out.
got called out. I can't win. Oh man.
It has officially come.
Well, I've said it before.
Now said Ellie.
I've said it before on like one of our first episodes. I said Ellie, but then I kept like switching back and forth between Ellie and my wife, and so. Anyways, my sister's like, well, you really should pick one. So I just was like, all right, well, I'll just say my wife. And then, so they don't have to wonder, you know? I can't win. It's fine.
It's all right. And she's going to be watching this. And
then she's like, why'd you make such a big deal about me? I promise you, that's what it's going to be. Oh, boy. That's okay.
There's no winning.
It's all fun.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue when it comes to extra motorcycles, not that I don't want them, is I'm not in a position to store them, really.
Yeah. No kidding.
Like, we don't have a garage. We don't even have, like, covered parking at our townhome. And so I mean, in the summer, I'm covering my bike up with, you know, a motorcycle cover. But in the winter, I'm, like, storing at friends' or family's house.
Yeah.
So I think before I even think about having more than one motorcycle, like one, pay off the one I got and stop having a payment. And two, get a place where I can even take care of it and store it myself.
Yeah.
Like I am so tired of not having a garage. Like when I buy another place, that's where I'm putting my foot down. It's like, I am getting a freaking garage. You are not stopping me. I will not purchase anything without one.
Yeah. Covered parking's still not the best either.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's exposed.
Yeah.
But at least, you know, there was that one day, I should post the video because I ran outside. It started hailing out of nowhere. And I think Ellie took a video of me from the inside of the house. And I'm just like,
Getting pelted.
like, run to the car where because I'd ridden in the last 24 hours and I just didn't put the cover back on. And I'm like running out to the car, pulling the cover out, turning it inside out or outside in and whatever, and throwing it over the top and her like,
Yeah. At those moments, I kind of just sit there and like, well, it's going to get wet. I'm not getting wet.
well, I'm not worried about the wet. It was the fact that it was hail. I'm like, don't
Yeah.
ruin my paint job.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm in the same predicament. I mean, I have more places that I can store them because, and I don't know if you've heard this, but when I originally brought my bike up here, I didn't have a place to put it. And my father-in-law was like, well, we can find a place to put it.
Right.
And I was just like, well, I'll just use the cement pad out by, you know, my grandfather-in-law's shed. I was like, I'll throw the cover on it. It's going to be fine. Like, I'm not worried. And I think I had it sitting out there for like 2 hours, and he came out and he's like, why don't you just put it in the shed?
The shed is empty or something.
I'm like, because it's not my shed. Like, I don't want to take up people's space if it's not mine. He goes, no, stick your freaking bike in the shed, dude. Like, it's way too nice to be sitting out in the weather. I'm like, it's got a cover on it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, storage is a huge thing. Money is a huge thing. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I've thought, well, on that subject, like, even when people say it's okay and not a worry, and not a big deal at all. Like Gary's stored my bike, my parents have stored my bike. They're like, whatever, not a big deal. Like, but I still feel like I'm intruding, like,
oh yeah,
that's 5 feet by 10 feet that's taken up by my bike, on a tight, the minimum, because don't want anything falling on it or, whatever. But I've even looked at doing a storage shed and having it there, but then it's not at my, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's expensive. It adds up because, I need one that had like an outlet, put a trickle charger in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like, or I save that money and put it towards getting a different house.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
where you can have a garage all to yourself.
Exactly. Work on my bike. That's another thing. Is like I want to learn some basic maintenance stuff, just so, like, I really, I trust mechanics to do it right.
Yeah.
But that's just something that I want to learn to be able to do myself. Like just all the oils, the fluids, and just basic maintenance. No specialty tools. I'm not trying to crack open my engine and upgrade it myself.
Right.
Like that's just not me. But like some basic maintenance, I just think it's good to know.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But anyways, we'll get back on topic.
There's no real topic, but
back-ish on topic-ish. What kind of bikes have you? I mean, I'm always looking, dude. I can't help it, and I'm always back and forth on what I want.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you thinking?
The biggest thing for me is I want a shark nose. I want the Road Glide.
Yep.
And I have 2 paint schemes in mind. And I actually had the opportunity to trade in my bike a couple of years ago to upgrade to this motorcycle. And I think I wanted to say it's a 21.
Is it the billiard teal?
No,
I
it's
remember you were eyeballing that when you were first looking.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and I mean, I could have got that on a screaming deal too, because it was on the auction site.
Yeah, that was the rebuild one.
Yeah. No, it's the 22 special, the blue and black.
Oh, I know what one you're talking about.
And yeah, I had the
21, right?
22.
Oh, 22.
Yeah, Road Glide special. But I had the opportunity to actually trade my bike in, keep the same payment and everything, but
extend the payment out by like 10 years.
It would have added another $8,000. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
So that's how they get you. They're like, oh, dude, you can totally afford it. You want your payment this?
Yeah.
We can make that happen. It's like then your loan term is like, I'm going to be paying this thing off for the next 15 years.
Yep. So. It's like I was making such good headway on this thing, and now I'm not.
No, would you get it with the black trim?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think with my bike that I have right now, it has to be chrome.
Yeah.
And I do really like chrome, but for some reason, a lot of the newer bikes, I think they just look fantastic in black, with the black trim, I should say.
Right. Now on the one that I have currently, I'm in the mixture between both. I have
right. You have
I have black bars. I have a black tour pack kit, but I have the chrome engine guard, and I have
right, a little bit of both.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I had when I bought my bike. It had like the billet collection on it, so it had like billet lugs. It had billet what was it? The handles for the tour bags or for the saddle bags and the tour pack and everything. I got those all switched out because they just weren't my style.
I don't really think they look very good, to be honest.
The billet ones?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan.
They're
of that.
not my style. They're not my style at all. And I'm under the opinion, but this is just for me, like I think you look good on your bike and you like how you have it. But when it comes to me, I feel like you need to choose one or the other almost a lot of the times. So like with me, I wouldn't have the mix. Right. I think that's why I was like, well, I have a chrome engine, so everything has to be chrome now. So I had the bike came with the Roland Sands air cleaner. Took that off, sold it, bought a Screaming Eagle one from Harley, and then just took all the little trim pieces off and chromed them out.
Just the air filter.
Just the air filter.
Didn't do anything else.
No, are you talking about Gary?
Yep.
I know, right? He's always
Gary
giving me crap.
Actually has a Screaming Eagle.
The Screaming Eagle bike. Yep, exactly. And I'm just a lowly, ultra limited guy. just the air filter. His whole entire bike is Screaming Eagle.
Yeah. No, I think on this one, I think the black package really goes with, the coloring and the details.
Right.
I mean, chrome does look good, but I feel like it kind of contrasts everything else. And so
right,
putting that black package on there and making everything, I feel like it looks so much better.
So what draws you to this bike in particular?
It's just good looking, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're all good looking.
Well, it's fair. No, it's just.
Is your favorite color blue?
Yeah.
Okay. Because got the blue on the bike now. I don't even feel like I have a favorite color per se, but the reds and maroons definitely grab my eye.
Yeah.
A lot more. So when I'm looking at bikes, I'll be like, "Hey, Ellie, what do you think about this bike?" And she's like, "That looks exactly like the bike you have." I'm like, "It looks nothing like the bike I have. Are you insane?" This one's a road glide and I have a street glide style fairing. How do you not know the difference?
They look
She's like,
alike.
"Shut up. They're exactly the same." I'm like, well, I mean, granted, practically the exact same motorcycle outside of fairing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but mine's got it's a two-tone red, and this one's a single, and it's completely different red. She's like, they're all the same.
She just doesn't get the addiction.
She's like, I don't know why you ask my opinion of it, because you're just going to get what you want anyways. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, but I want you to like it too. Yeah, that's a good one. And then the red and black version is also good, because that's the same one that, is that the one Lance had, right? Mm-hmm. On 2 Lane Life? Yeah.
Yeah.
That one looked good.
Then the other one that I liked is the no, I can't remember what it is either. I think it's the 23.
Well, while you try and figure that out one, I think the one I like when it comes to a road glide that's not a CVO, because the CVOs just have insane paint jobs.
Yeah.
2020 Harley Davidson Road Glide Stiletto Red. Yeah, Stiletto Red. I saw this one at
oh, there you go.
Saddleback a while back, and this one is probably one of the coolest standard paint jobs I feel like that they've done in a long time. Mm-hmm. So you can't. None of these pictures really do it justice. So it's a brighter red, and then it's got this detailing on the fairing and on the fenders and just all over, like these long spikes.
Yeah.
And inside the spike are mini Harley Davidson logos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like a super candied red, so it's really sparkly. I really, really like this one, and I don't know if this one comes in a black trim package. I think it's only a chrome.
Only the chrome. See, that would fit you perfectly.
Yeah, but I kind of want a black bike this time. just to try it out and see if I really like it. But no, right. Yeah, this one blew me away when I saw it in person and in the sunlight, because I took it on a test ride, and it was just spectacular.
Yeah.
Like, Harley Davidson does really good with its paint jobs, but this one was above. Because I feel like every year they have their generic paints, and then maybe a little later, they release like maybe a mid-year release paint job, and I think this was it that year because I think 21 was the snake venom. So they have like pretty much every model in that color, and then this one was the 2020, and there's a couple others like it, but I thought this one was amazing. There's another one that's I think it's the exact same type of paint and trim and everything, except for it's blue, and it's called shoot. I don't remember, but did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the 23 Road Glide limited, and it's the blue and gray one. Where'd it go?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
It's got the red pinstriping.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I thought was interesting is that if you got the limited options between the Ultra Limited and the Road Glide Limited, you had the gray on top and the blue on bottom.
Yeah.
Well, on the fairing.
Yeah.
And then the
Then
rest
it flips.
Yeah, if you buy the special models, it was reversed. Gray, majority blue accent with the red pinstripes.
Right. Which for me, obviously, it would be that one.
It'd be this one
with the majority blue. And in the sun, it honestly just looks like it's white rather than being a really, really light gray.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so it's like, I don't know. It's just patriotic.
It's got the red, white, and blue. Speaking of which, we can't go without talking about the, what is those, 20, I think they were 2020 as well. Road Glide special with the red, and there was a red model.
Number one?
Yeah, the number one racing.
I think it's a 19.
No, because I think 19 had the CVO that was the red chair, or it was like red pepper. Paint job, and then 2020 is when they came out.
Looking at Indy cars here.
I know, I can't
Very
Google
nice.
search or whatever. Right here, yeah, they're 2020. But
And then they have the blue edition too.
yeah, the red and the blue. I think those look. You see, here's that one, the blue one.
Gorgeous.
They're both spectacular paint jobs. By far, that was another one that was kind of a limited. That one was a numbered paint job. I think it was 1,500 each. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the new fairing? The new fairings.
I think they're pretty cool.
I think they're very well done. I think that they didn't have a hugely warm reception at first. But
You see how many are on the road these days now.
dude, they're popping up all over the place.
Two Lane Life they just did a run through Wyoming, and the amount of brand new
serious?
bikes. Oh yeah, the amount of brand new bikes that were following them. Let me pull it up. That were all just brand new. I was like, holy cow! And it's not even just the street glides or the road glides, but I mean, you have
just all sorts of models.
have STs and
Holy crap.
yeah.
Who's got the money for all these, dude?
Right? Yeah, but I mean, just in this picture, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 brand new bikes.
Oh my gosh. That's got to
All
be.
bunch of different colors.
Are those like the YouTubers that are heading up for Sturgis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's why.
this
A bunch
guy
of them
right
are.
here.
Like you've got that one's Blockhead, isn't it?
Freaking crazy.
That's
man.
Blockhead, isn't it?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that's Blockhead. And then her two wheels got a new Road Glide, I'm pretty sure. There's another lady, I can't remember what her name was. Not Doodle, because I think Doodle does she has the Pan America.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There was another one that I thought she'd gotten a brand new CVO. And I was like, holy crap.
It's cool to see them all popping up now, though. And the fact that we're driving, I've been driving down the road and I see them on the freeway and I'm like, holy crap.
Dude, and here's one thing that I think they did extremely well is that when you see him coming, you know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll look in the rearview mirror as I'm driving, and I'm like, that's one of the new ones. That's one of the new ones.
Yep.
Because it's got the mustache, like, bottom light, and then the central light. Mm-hmm. But I am so back and forth. Maybe I'm so ADD about it or something, because I will be like, I want the new one. I want the new one. I want the new one. And then I'll see somebody's custom of the Rushmore style. And I'll be like, no, dude, I need the Rushmore one. That's the one I need. I'm so bad, dude.
The Rushmores just look so
It's
good.
clean. They definitely struck gold with that one because the old Road Glide I would never want.
No. I feel like it's too bulky. The headlight looks funky. It's just...
There are some angles that it looks okay, but the Rushmore one and the new one, they just like... They hit it right on the nail.
Yeah, they cleaned it up.
Do you think that the Road Glide is a what do you call it? Like a phase? Like I feel like a lot of people are moving to Road Glides away from Street Glides because for the longest time it was like if you're a tour person, you're getting a Street Glide or you're getting an electric glide, and now a lot of people are turning in their old Street Glides for new Road Glides. So do you think that's justified? Do you think it's just the internet? What do you think?
I don't know really. I mean, it could be phase because I mean, you see patterns throughout time where we started with Softails. Everybody had to have Softail
Or Dynas.
Yeah, and then the Sportsters, and then it might just be a phase where in about 3-4 years it's gonna back out in something else.
Right. Well, I guess I'm wondering if it has something to do with the King of the Baggers with Indian Motorcycles and Harley Davidson racing against each other, and the performance bagger industry, style is what's big right now.
Right.
So I almost wonder if that's kind of holding the tour bikes up. Because for the longest time, it was like, if you have a tour bike, you're an old man.
Yeah.
Like our generation wouldn't buy them. We're both tall, so I almost feel like we have to.
Yeah.
If we're going long distance at all. Like
Right.
there are a lot of the Softails that really interest me, but one, I'm probably not too up riding with them because they don't have my wife's so used to the full seat. Ellie loves it. And, yeah, you might look like a couch going down the road, but I mean, you ain't slipping off the back of those. You know how many videos I've seen in the last month of people just, leaving at a stoplight, not even going super fast, and the back seat rider just right off the back.
Right.
So, I mean, that's one thing. Even if I bought any of the Road Glide or Street Glide specials, I'd be buying a tour pack.
Yeah.
To have.
And you make a really good point how, the King of the Baggers series is all focused on the Road Glide platform rather than the Street Glide platform.
Yeah, there's like onesie twosies.
Yeah.
Because, actually, I think there was only 1 or 2 guys in the whole King of the Baggers that was on a Street Glide, and I'm almost positive that this season those guys switched over.
Probably.
Because they were essentially fixing the fairing of the Street Glide. Like they were building custom mounts to hold that fairing straight. Yeah. And then racing it. So it had to have been like a style thing. And then they were like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, that's got to explain why Harley Davidson didn't even release a CVO Street Glide ST. Because, there's just no point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Food for thought. What else? How about this? If you had to buy a bike that wasn't a Harley Davidson, what would you get? That's hard.
That's a good question. Man, now you're going to make me sit on this.
Well, I think for me, it depends on what kind of riding I want to do.
Yeah.
So if I'm thinking adventure ADV bikes, I'm split between going full bore with like a BMW, which are super expensive, or getting something like the Yamaha Tenere 700.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some really good things about them. I've ridden sport bikes before. Well, sport naked bikes, which were fun. They just weren't long distance bikes for me.
Yeah. Not only that, but try sticking somebody else on the
Oh
back.
no, dude.
We were just talking about people falling off the back.
There's no seat for them to sit on.
I could barely sit on the seat by myself.
Right.
My wife ain't fitting on the back.
No.
We'd both fall off.
Should just be a backpack. Backpacking it up. No, I don't find it very likely that I'll ever own another sport bike just because of comfort.
Yeah.
If one day I have a huge garage and limitless money, maybe I'll buy another Honda Fury just for old time's sake, because that one I did enjoy riding.
Yeah.
But even with that one, it's got a cruddy back seat as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of, am I going to ride this with my wife? Am I going to take this long distance? Am I taking this on off-road or staying on the street?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was another bike.
This is going to be pretty controversial, but the Goldwing,
Oh, yeah.
the new Goldwings actually look pretty decent compared to the boats that they used to be.
Dude, the like mid-2000s, like 2010s Goldwing was like a bubble to me. Like it was all that round architecture.
Mm-hmm.
But the new ones are a lot more sleek. They have one this year, I think, and it's like a sage green.
Oh,
and
really?
it looks really good. Let me look it up. I think, yes, that would definitely be in my top picks for a tour bike. Like, if it's literally like, hey, Harley Davidson does not exist. Yeah, it's probably going to be a Honda Goldwing, or it's going to be like an Indian Challenger.
Yeah.
But
I just can't get over the roundness of an Indian.
how do you mean?
Just, if you really look at like a Harley, they're more boxy.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
They got some sharper lines.
the Indians are more like a teardrop.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah, see this green.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I actually really do like the green.
Now, I'm definitely not getting an automatic, but
No, that's the weird thing though. I mean, they obviously must sell enough of them to have it, because I've just, out of all the people I've interviewed, out of all the people that I've ever met, I've never met somebody that wants an automatic bike.
right.
Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I feel like a manual transmission helps me focus.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm not focusing on like, hey, I need to be shifting up, I need to be shifting down, I need to be...
You just zone out.
Yeah.
It just becomes a riding norm at that point.
Yeah. And maybe that's who knows, that could be a good thing. You're able to focus on everything around you instead of worrying about what gear you're supposed to be in.
Right.
But to me, I'm so used to it, I would feel really weird driving without one.
Yeah. I think they did come with the option of having a tour pack too.
Let's see. Yeah, I think so.
Select your trim.
Select my trim. Oh my.
For
As we build a bike on here.
Yeah, here we go.
Pick one. Pick your color.
One
It
color.
better be green because that's the only option you get. Cargo accessories.
Oh, maybe not.
Saddlebag. I know they do have an option. It just must not be one this year.
I was going to say,
Because I've seen ones that have
sworn
tour
that
packs.
they had
Yeah.
tour pack on the back.
Because when I was looking at the Fury 4 years ago, they had the red one, which is the same body style, and it had the tour pack on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it would definitely be pretty close match between this and the Indian Challenger. And I would maybe put this just above. No, well, I don't know. Because in this theoretical world, Harley Davidson doesn't exist. So maybe I don't like the Challenger shape as much. I don't know. It'd be pretty split.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's really not. I don't think there's much of a price difference. I mean, this one's $25,000 essentially.
Yeah.
But
it all comes down to really what you want to ride it for as well, like you were saying though. Because another bike that I've rode and find quite comfortable is, I want to say it's the Honda Africa Twin.
It's Africa or African?
I think it's Africa.
Let's see.
But it's more of
yeah, you're right, Africa.
Yeah. It's more of it's kind of like your what's it called?
BMW?
The Harley.
Tenere. Oh.
Pan America.
Pan America,
It's like a Pan America.
Yeah, off-roading. Yeah. I do like these. This is what, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this is what Ewan McGregor and his buddy used for the long way round.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'm mistaken. Hold on.
You might be. But yeah. I've rode these.
Oh, no, they did BMWs.
And they're fun. They're comfortable. It is weird, though, because, once again, it's an automatic transmission.
It doesn't have a manual version? I thought they used to. They might not anymore.
Yeah. But the one that I rode had an automatic.
That is so
And
weird.
It's so weird to just pick your feet up and pull the throttle and it goes. And you literally just sit there.
How many speeds is the transmission, though?
6.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know if I could do it.
But, I mean, on these two, at least the one that I rode, it had bags on the back and was like totally adventure. Yeah, like that.
Yep.
It totally adventured out. And, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I guess we've talked about what you would want in your Harley Davidson, like base. What would you do to it? Just bars and seat and call it good, or what? You want to do any engine stuff?
Well, shoot.
You've got a limitless budget, sir.
Let's just throw a Chevy V8 in there while we're at it.
No, then you just have a Boss Haas.
Yeah.
Those got to be the coolest, goofiest bikes you'll ever see.
Yeah.
I want to see one in person.
I heard they were pretty wild.
I saw a
Big
video.
old 350 Chevy.
Yeah, because is that a V8?
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine having a V8 between your legs?
Yeah. I heard that the instant torque is pretty wild, but as soon as you get moving, it runs like a normal bike.
How about the handling, though?
I've heard that it doesn't change.
Really?
You're just
I thought
longer.
it was like, maybe just wider turns or whatever. Because I thought I heard that they really sucked at handling. But I've heard just the amount of torque, it's almost like you have to lean in the opposite direction just to compensate for how much it's...
The counterbalance.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Could you imagine that? How much are those things?
I don't even think they're still in production, so I don't know.
There's no way. Because I think they're all custom. They're not like built from the ground up, are they?
I don't know.
I've never done enough research into them. Because I almost feel like they take a Harley Davidson like the tank and everything, they cut it in half and or they put two of them
longer
together and weld them up. I don't think I'd ever want one.
It's just too much.
It would just be for show. Like I'm saying, I purely have this bike to take it to motorcycle shows.
Trailered.
Yeah, you could pull another motorcycle with it.
Yeah. Oh, easily. You could probably pull a car.
True that. Hey, buddy, I just broke down. Can you bring your truck? I'm like, sorry, my truck's not available. But my Boss Haas.
My bike's ready to go.
Don't you worry. I'll chain you up and take you going.
If we're going back onto the Harley platform, I mean, obviously, with unlimited budget, I'm going all out.
Yeah.
Now,
Do you know what brands you'd stick to?
if we're going off of this one that we're looking at right here, which is the 22, the bars are actually pretty good on this one right
This
here.
one, but this one's probably already got changed bars.
Right.
That's definitely not the stock bars.
No, yeah.
So you like the meat hook.
Yeah. They just look so clean. But I mean, you also got to think about it though, because I mean, they're a lot easier to change than a street glide because you don't have to pull the dash bar.
You're only having on this one. You're only having to remove the one set of dials.
Yeah.
Whereas you're not having to take the whole entire fairing apart to get to it.
Yeah. No, I think it would be bars and then maybe the upgraded light from Advan Black with it's got the built-in turn signals on the outside.
You like that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about the integrated. I think they look good on the new road glides, but that's because it's like designed for it.
Right.
Whereas this one, would you do a signal delete? Like those bullet style
the little
lights,
ones on the
just
side.
remove them?
Yeah.
Do they delete well or do they leave like a hole?
I don't think they leave a hole.
It's almost coming from underneath the fairing.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've seen a lot of who makes those one like really boxy lights. There's they have yellow options and white out
I know what you're talking about
because
but
they're
I don't know
all
the
over.
brand.
They're super popular.
Yeah.
Let's see, road glide. If I can spell, aftermarket headlights.
Seat though, I would change to the new Harley seat with the. It's like those ones right there.
Yeah, but those aren't quite
to the
right.
left.
These ones.
Yeah, down there at the bottom, the little yellows.
Yes, those. But I'm talking about the headlights.
Oh, gotcha.
I think those are the same brand, but
Gotcha.
it doesn't
But
look like
I-
that's the right brand.
I would change to the heated and cooled seat that Harley puts out.
Yeah, dude, I hear that thing.
I've actually been thinking about getting the one for
The cool.
this bike right now because I'm like,
What do they do for the cool? Is it just a fan?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
Yep. And it's got heating elements
just-
into
I
it.
almost
You
feel like-
just plug it into the
Is that enough? Like just a fan running is going to cool the seat?
yeah. I think it'd be a great investment just living in Utah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
my
hot
buddy
right
from
now.
Arizona will just roll his eyes at me for saying it's really hot right now. But for us in Utah, 100 degrees is pretty toasty.
Yeah. He can roll his eyes only once, but
Baja Designs, that's what they're called. These Baja Design lights. They're all over the place. Whenever I see like that, it was
yeah.
really popular to have like one white, one yellow. What do you think about that? I'm not sure.
I wouldn't do it.
Maybe I'm OCD, dude. Because like I said with the chrome and black, I'm like, I can't. Why are they two different colors?
Right.
Like this one, I don't know what brand this is that just popped up. Is it might be the
Baja
same brand?
Design,
Oh,
too.
it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like two light bars. See, that one's not bad because it's symmetrical.
Yeah, but if you look though, the two side pods come with it, and you're leaving a big old hole in the fairing.
Yes.
It
Interesting.
doesn't fill in that whole
Yeah,
area,
whereas
you know?
the other ones, they fit a lot better
Yeah.
because they actually fit within the whatever trim piece that is.
The space.
Yeah, there's like a headlight trim piece.
Yeah.
I think that if I got an older style, like the Rushmore fairing, I would get these Baja Design lights. The other thing I would get is if I had one with lower fairings, I would get those lower fairing lights.
Yeah. That go right.
Like
yeah.
just the circumference ones. Because I've seen Two Lane Life with those. And I think those are, something Dynamics. Why can't I think?
Custom
Dynamics. I think that's what brand they are. Or maybe Harley makes a version of it or whatever. But those look super clean on them. I like lots of light. I hate not being able to see when I'm riding at night.
Yeah.
So I would probably get something like that, something like these. Those would definitely be some first upgrades for me.
I like when they have the lower fairings, you probably can't find a picture of them.
I know
but
exactly what you're talking about.
They have the little sea light on the lower fairing.
Or
Have you seen those?
I thought that's what we were just talking about. Is that not what we were talking about? What are you talking about?
I thought you were talking about the little circle ones that go on the.
No. Like on your lower fairing where it like kind of outlines where your vents normally are.
Okay, yeah. We're talking about the exact same thing.
Okay, yeah.
I thought you were just talking about the little pods that go on
No.
the engine guard.
No, the other thing, and this is purely styling, but I love the CVO. In fact, I think that bike we're looking at has one, but the shark tooth. I think that's what they call it. Let's see. No, apparently not. It's that piece of trim on the CVOs that comes from the fairing and drops all the way down to your oil cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler? Maybe that's what it is?
Yeah, on the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Road Glide spoiler.
Yeah.
I thought it was called like a shark tooth because it's coming down from the shark nose.
Yeah, it looks like a shark tooth, but
That's just me. I would get one of these immediately. That would probably be like, I think it completes the look.
They have to be color matched, though.
Well
You
done,
can't
yeah.
just go throw random stuff on.
But I think they make the Road Glide look a heck of a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
That was the other thing when I've been debating between the new one and the old one, because this is available. You can buy it from Advan Black, I think. You can buy it from a couple different companies. You can buy it from Harley Davidson. They'll paint match it. But the new one, I've heard mixed reviews or mixed answers from different dealerships because I've asked about them. The new one is kind of just a partial tooth, and it meets the cover for the coolant cover, radiator. The radiator
really?
cover, yeah. So let's look it up.
So it's only like half of that?
Yeah, well, the piece itself. So if you look at the CVO Road Glide ST, VCO, CVO Road Glide ST, you see this part right here. It's literally
a lot smaller.
So it looks smaller, but it does complete the same kind of shadow or silhouette.
Uh-huh.
It's just that it's broken up by the highway bars, and then it doesn't match on at least these CVO models. I mean, unless you get the black one, it's not matching.
Right.
But
Even though that still looks fresh.
oh,
Like that white one?
yeah,
To the left of it? Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same bike.
It's just at a different angle.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, when I was looking at the standard model with the new fairing, I was like, it needs that piece. It makes that curve or the fairing just look so much more complete, in my opinion. So if I did get the new one, they would have to have that available. That would be something that would be really important to me because just a styling point. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, with these new bikes, I mean, even the 114s, like you don't have to immediately go out the door and break your engine down and get a 131 or whatever, because they got plenty of power. So,
But hey, if we have unlimited
you're
budget,
right. Oh, I
you know
forgot.
for a
We have
fact
millions
I'm
of
throwing a
dollars.
131 or 135.
We are
in
the
there.
most popular motorcycle podcast on the internet. We have limitless money.
Yeah, let's just go blow it.
I don't know. I don't even know if there was
all the way around for Brigham City.
Yes, everybody who wants one on us. No, I mean, would you get? I mean, even if you have limitless money, is there really a point in upgrading the engine on this one? Getting the 131
On the new one, I wouldn't say yes.
or the 135? I think is the
Yeah, it's the 135.
the stock crate engine.
Right.
You don't think you would? Mm-mm. I mean, how much more horsepower or torque is it even going to get you? Because I mean, this one is like built for this bike.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the times you're going to get yourself in more trouble with your engine than if you just left it. Mm-hmm. When it comes to like crate engine, I don't know, maybe not. Haven't done it because I'm broke. I'm not actually a millionaire. The truth's out. I have no money.
We're actually poor. No, I mean, if I was to buy that, I mean, obviously it comes with the bigger motor, but I feel like the 117 that comes with the previous years is, I mean, it's got enough. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you're like going to go throw down with some friggin' C8 Corvettes on the freeway, but...
Bro, let's race.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing, though. At a certain point, how much more power do you need? Because, I mean, probably even the 107, let's be honest with ourselves, is more powerful than the twin cam.
Yeah.
And probably even more powerful than the Screaming Eagle 110, even though it's a smaller capacity.
Right.
But do you really need to, smoke the tires off of a Corvette? No. And how many people are actually going to take this sucker to the track?
Right.
That's my other thing is don't act like you're a racer if you're not.
You are not Kyle Wyman.
Kyle, Travis, or whatever the third brother's name is that's racing.
Do not try this at home.
I think it would be cool if you did get one of these bikes because I think there was somebody that I used to know that he'd buy Corvettes all the time. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned that they have like a school that when you buy a Corvette, they're like, hey, we'll build it into the price or it's part of the price already. Go to this school, learn how to drive it safely because a lot of people will buy Corvettes or they'll buy sports cars.
Just rip on it.
Yeah, and then they'll just wreck them and ruin them, right? Mm-hmm. I think it would be really cool with these CVO STs is if a Harley Davidson sponsored, once a year or twice a year events. Like anybody who's bought a CVO ST, you get to come to our event. You're going to see Kyle Wyman. You're going to see Travis Wyman. You're going to see James Rispoli. You're going to see all these Harley Davidson racers. And they're going to give you the details. Like I think I saw an event that they did do something like that, but it wasn't standardized. It was probably just like a one-off.
Right.
That's my opinion. It'd be smart to when you're giving somebody this much power, that you teach them how to do it safely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just me. Now, when it comes to doing like a crate engine, say limitless money, whatever. I feel like if you're going to do that much customization, just start off with like the cheapest model and build it out.
Yeah.
I mean, why buy the CVO and then add an additional 5 cubic inches or whatever? Go from
you're paying for the name.
Well, yeah, but then some people will put a custom paint job over the CVO custom paint job, and
valid.
that one does not make sense to me,
right?
At all. Like you bought the CVO for it to be a CVO. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want a completely custom bike, you can do it for the same price.
Yeah.
Buy the Road Glide standard, rip the engine out, crate engine a 135, and then put your Legend suspension, put your, all your other doodads and call it good. Get your custom paint job. I just see 0 point in custom painting an already custom painted bike.
Right. No, for sure.
Nah, that's just me. What are your thoughts on custom paint? You ever thought about what you'd do if you got a custom painted bike?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Dude, I dream about that all the time.
I see all these guys that, we have the Peach Days bike show and you go around looking at all those and it's like, wow, like that'd be really cool, but
I can't afford it.
Nope.
Hey, we're talking limitless money here, dude.
True.
Custom paint's kind of a touchy one for me because, obviously it's all taste.
Yeah.
But it makes me laugh when we do go to Peach City if in the future we go to any other sort of motorcycle show where there's judging and awards given out or whatever, like if you go to that Peach Days at least and you don't have a custom paint job, you ain't winning crap.
No.
Or like a really tricked out bike.
You get the participation award. Here's your Cheerios.
And rightfully so. I mean, those people that do bring those kinds of bikes, they obviously spend a lot of money on them to get them show ready.
Right.
I mean, you're not showing up even with one of these really nice CVOs. I mean, you paid for it.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing. You're buying what you want. But yeah, I've thought about I want custom paint, but I want it to be really simple. Like just the right red for me and maybe some white pinstriping or like a white racing stripe down the center. Kind of like the aforementioned 2020 Road Glide Special with the #1 racing on it. Similar to that, but there was a really cool video about motorcycle painting that I watched where they what's his, I can't remember his page is called, but I'll put it in the show notes. He basically made it look like it had aged, so it had some cracking through it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was super cool. So I thought it'd be cool to have like really candied red, bright red, and then a white pinstripe or a white racing stripe that went from front to rear, and it had that kind of aged white paint where it had the cracks running through it, and then you clear coat over the top. That would be super cool to me. But
so are you talking like Fast Johnny type pinstripe or
kind of
racing stripe?
I would say so, similar. But then I don't think I would put the racing stripe on the bags.
Right.
To me, that wasn't super tasteful, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
For me, I would have to go like, what's the word now? I was just thinking about this in my head. Like tribute style, to where it's like military themed. Mm-hmm. So like you have, I really like the battleship gray, and like if you did, just like the front of the boat at the front,
like USS something or other,
and with a
that
number,
would be cool.
And then like have helicopters on one bag with tanks on the other side, and, just
that would be
stuff
unique.
like that.
I don't know about the tanks. Maybe some planes.
Maybe. I don't know. So one of the coolest things that I've seen is I think it's the Navy and the Army helmets for football. They did something like this, and like it's unreal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that. Speaking of which, I did find that YouTuber, Time Warp Custom Paint. Watch his videos if you're ever interested in seeing how to learn custom paint. The one in particular is Vintage Cracked Paint. That's the one I'm referring to. Mm-hmm. But I think, if I remember right, he has shown how to do those kind of inlaid paint jobs.
Yeah.
With the spray gun, whatever you call it. What do you call it? Like the detailing gun.
Yeah.
It looks more like a pen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That is one thing that I want to get into, but I'm already got too many hobbies.
Yeah.
So I've seen our neighbor, he has one of those blow up painting tents. I was like, I need to make friends with that guy so he can show me how to do it.
Yeah. I mean, normal painting's not very hard. I can do that, but like once you get down to, like pinstriping and ghost painting and, all that intricate stuff, it's like, you lost me.
Yeah. Well, and I think that when I watch videos like his, it gives me appreciation for when they do CVO models that have that, like what are they called? Gun. What's the company that does their custom paint for their CVOs?
It's a good question.
Why can't I think? You know what I'm talking about? CVO paint Gunslinger. That's the name of the company. So that's who does their paint. You know, a lot of people will look at the price of the bike and then they'll see that the CVOs will have a tagged on paint price. And they're like, well, it's just the bike. Like, why not just let it be part of the price? Which I kind of agree. Like, why not just slide that on in? But then you see that it says like, you know, $3,000 or whatever just for paint. Mm-hmm. But you watch these techniques that they use that not a lot of people know how to do. And to get them perfectly the same every single time is just insane. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of respect for people that have that ability. I don't. Wish I did. Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, custom paint, it just sets you apart. And I like that.
Yeah. Totally.
That's what I do. So let's see. Road glide. Not sure which one yet. Upgraded suspension. I really want to try upgraded suspension because I hear that is the thing to do.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say, if you do nothing else, upgrade your suspension because it will change the way you ride.
Yeah.
So upgraded suspension, upgraded lights, handlebar, maybe some custom paint. That would be my, you know, or like engine work, obviously, if I had like a limitless budget. But when it comes to realistic, probably stick pretty stock to the engine, at least at first. Like pay the bike off before I do anything with the engine. Like that's the only reason. I mean, other than wanting to upgrade eventually, I just can't. I mean, the upgrades would pay for my bike.
Yeah.
So it's like pay off the bike, be a good boy. Don't go spending $6,000 on engine upgrades.
Right.
That you won't get money back out of. That's the other thing is like, I do want to eventually upgrade just because I really want that Milwaukee 8. But not that, I mean, S&S makes some twin cam stuff that is outstanding, but that's what I do. What do you think? Wrap it up. What are your final thoughts?
I don't know. I have no thoughts.
No thoughts. All thoughts have been put on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What would your guesstimated timeline for a new bike be? Do you think?
For me, probably 10 years.
10 years.
To be honest with you, I love the bike that I have right now. Mm-hmm. If the motor was to go out, I'd replace it before I'd buy a new bike.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you replace it with?
The 124 S&S.
Cubic crate engine?
Yeah. I just drop $6,000, throw that sucker in there.
That's not a bad option.
And run it. Obviously with, I mean, there's obviously going to be updates and upgrades. And I mean, we're seeing this complete different change in styling and everything that Harley has right now. I mean, if I had the budget right now, that would be sitting on my front porch.
Right.
But, probably be about 10 years.
Yeah. I would thought you would have been.
Depending on how.
We'll see how the next 10 years go.
Yeah.
Right.
Depending on inflation and the market and housing and.
I mean, with everything changing to EVs and the change of the green, the way people are trying to change how vehicles operate. I mean, who knows how much longer the combustion Harley Davidson's around. Mm-hmm. I mean, if restrictions and whatnot get so high that they just it's not worth it. I mean, I know already that the current CEO of Harley Davidson's really interested in that kind of stuff, investing in it. I don't know when obviously who they market to are probably not interested at all. And then two, the stuff that they have put out hasn't sold very well. Yeah. Like the live wires, I think they're pretty cool technology, but
they didn't go very far.
I mean, they've got 3 models now?
Yeah.
They've got the Wire 1, the Del Mar, is that what it's called?
The biggest thing with riding a motorcycle is, and maybe it's just a Harley thing and they don't shake near as much, but just being able to feel, the power that you're putting to the ground rather than hearing a UFO take off.
Have you seen it? Have you seen UFO? Could you imagine if that's
the Del Mar,
yeah? So there's I think there's 3 models.
the Mulholland.
Mulholland, Del Mar, and then the One, I think is all it's called. Yeah, Livewire One. So I mean, I'm sure they're great, but they're just not what people are interested in when it comes to Harley Davidson or cruisers. And I mean, none of them are really cruiser bikes. They're all kind of sport.
I took the Livewire One for a test drive up in Idaho. And
Really?
It was strange.
Was it fast?
It's got some pretty good kick, yeah.
I bet they're pretty quick.
Because it's obviously instant power.
Right to the drive chain or whatever.
Yeah. It's just, it's completely different.
I'd be so worried about like wheeling it on accident. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that aside, that's what we want. That's what we hope for. Actually, I guess I should probably answer that question myself. When it comes to wanting a new bike, I need to be content with what I have.
Right.
That's the bottom of the line, especially in the world we live in right now with how expensive things are. I need to enjoy what I have and worry about that. When it comes to wanting a new bike, it's deciding, do I want another tour bike, which would mean selling what I have, most likely, or do I just keep the tour bike that I have and get a Softail for like just around town stuff or just single riding, you know, whatever. Because a lot of the Softail models interest me. I like a lot of the styling differences that they offer. So that's one that's definitely on my mind. But yeah, most likely just sticking one for right now and then upgrading to either the Rushmore Road Glide, like a early 20s model, or the brand new style. I mean, I'm probably not in the market for a new bike for 2-3 years if I'm lucky. So, and that's like at the earliest.
Right.
So it all just depends on how life goes the next couple of years. And so that's what I'm looking at. But you guys will have to let us know what interests you, what bikes you're interested in, what things you'd do to them if you got a new bike. So make sure if you listen to this video anywhere, you can leave a comment. Share what you're riding, share what you would ride, why, and what you do with it. Because
and if the brand that you have right now doesn't exist, what are you going to be riding otherwise?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Because I feel like that's another big thing is in motorcycle riding, a lot of people, they'll get their brand and then that's it.
Yeah.
And I really like Harley Davidson, so obviously sticking mainly that way. But when it comes to like if I wanted a dual sport, I just don't think do I really want to spend, I don't know, what are they, 18, 20 G's on a Pan America? Yeah. And then wreck that thing off the middle of nowhere, you know? I would rather something lighter like the 10RA, but that's just me. But yeah, so make sure to leave a comment. Let us know what you liked about the last couple episodes we've had, what we could do better, people you'd like us to interview or meet, events that are coming up that we might not have seen on this calendar, anything we need to announce. We do have the Discord, and the link will be in the show notes, also on the Instagram page. So get connected, share with your friends. Let's grow this community. Let's make each of these episodes more fun than the last, and just have some fun.
Yeah, totally.
So thanks for listening, guys. And we'll see you at the next one.
Right on.
Bye.